Okay, the day has finally arrived to fly the Aerostar. It is out of annual. It's been, I'm guessing, 18 months since it has flown. It has been checked numerous times, landing gear, engines. So here she is. And the main thing that we're going to be looking to do here, let me switch the camera. The main thing that we have here at this airport, it's a short runway, just over 2,000 feet. And we're going to be taking off northbound. The wind is basically non-existent right now. And the main danger at this airport is that line of trees right there. And the issue would be in the event of taking off, go, start lifting off, getting off the ground and losing an engine about right there. The options in something like an Aerostar going that slow are basically to put it down, because you're probably not going to make those trees. You have to make that call when you're up in the air, whether you keep going or whether you just dump it right in that field. So that's the main thing. Taking off is the risky part. Landing is not hard at all. Landing in the Aerostar in a small airport is really easy. So the plan is to take off, gear down 20 degrees of flaps, taking off just above blue line and holding it and going nice and steep and slow. In the event of an engine failure, an immediate stick forward or yoke forward, nose down, to make sure that that blue line is always kept. Airspeed is kept. And at that point, making a judgment. But that's my main concern about that. And that's the reason why we don't base something like an Aerostar at an airport like this. We're going to get it out of here, and then we're going to, actually I'm going to fuel up just north of here, fly it around for a bit, and land at Robertson, which is south of here. And then Jake is going to go pick me up to bring me back. So the way you open an Aerostar, it's got a really nice door. You grab this thing, pull it, and then it just comes up like that. And then you have a little thing here you grab, latch you pull, and then boom. And there you go. And I'm gonna mount cameras here, so we're gonna have a camera right and the left and forward on the dash. I want to record this whole flight. We're gonna get some AccuSim tests out of here. I pulled one of the little strips off here. I'm hoping to get a camera mounted there for the dash, and then I'll use little suction cup cameras on the windows for the sides, and hopefully that works out really nicely. So I'm gonna set the cameras up and we'll get going. That's Tom Rudder flying his Stearman. I love seeing that airplane fly over my house. And there's Jake in the pattern. He's in a J3 Cub, 90 horsepower. There he is. He's been just doing touch and goes. Here I am back with the Aerostar, getting the cameras going. So let me just show you what I got with the cameras. So, not absolutely ideal, but that's in there. I'm going to put a proper clamp in there. I've got screws right there, so next time we do this, we'll have a proper mount. And we'll also do the same thing with these. I'm doing this with these cameras. Hard to see, actually. I just put some foam in there because he had a long arm on this. That's the only way I can do the GoPros. Suction cups are pretty good. I trust they're not going to fall off. And that is just to keep it a little bit stable. And the same thing with that one. Horrible lighting in here. But, and that's it. Let's keep going. Also, what a busy day. That's my friend Ed fixing the hangar. Oh my God, he's doing a great job. This thing has been broken for like the longest time. So what an active day. Aerostar flying, Jake's in the pattern, in the Cub, hangars finally being fixed, and we've got Tom Rudder flying the Stearman. Awesome day, and there's Jake. Oh boy, that engine sounds so good. Tom is in the Stearman right there. He's going to take off very soon. So I want to get a really good takeoff video. And that's Phil. Phil with his Cherokee. Phil gets the award for having the most passion. He's always flying that airplane. So here goes Tom. So we got Phil. That's the old hangar. My old hangar's there. There's a Bonanza in there now. That's my mechanics hangar. Here we go. Here we go. So this is so awesome. We've got Tom in the pattern, and there's Jake over there in the pattern. I mean, we're both, I don't know when the Stearman, what year the Stearman was made. That's a 1942 Piper Cub. This is just so great. It's like vintage airplane day. Got the Comanches over there. We're getting the 400 ready. We're finally getting ourselves out. Here's Jake. What should I say? Now it's just a beautiful aircraft. Look at that rudder. I don't know if you can see that. Look at the rudder work. Look at him working that rudder. Oh, damn it, the tail wheel is doing that thing again. Gosh darn it. Yep. Got a problem with the tail wheel. Shaking. Isn't that great about tail airplanes? How you just turn them around like that? Damn it. Thought we had that tail wheel sorted. This is a very important safety piece. You screw this in this way, there's no way the seat can slide back. Obviously that would be a serious problem, right? So this goes in just preventing that from being possible. I really should be on the other side. This is bad sunlight. another takeoff. I gotta run back and grab a cable. There are two things consistent with my experience recording flights. One, there's always a helicopter that comes around, doesn't leave, makes a lot of noise. And two, equipment failures. All new GoPros and one GoPro's not working. So you got two GoPros. I put the one off the left wing, and we don't have one off the right wing. So we're going to start the engines, and so obviously you won't be seeing the right engine start, but I'll start that one first. That one started earlier. Clear? All right. Put on the fan. That's a recirculating air fan. Doors locked. And we're 15. This left engine won't come alive until we exercise it. It'll be taking off 03. Okay, just so you know, our cylinder head temp gauge is out on the left engine. We're gonna change the probe or something like that. All right, let's see how this goes. We're gonna wake it up. There it goes. Okay, so this is the thing. If we take off and lose a right engine, the left engine, the nose is going to go to the right. I'm going to be pulling to the left. And you have to think really quickly if you lose an engine on takeoff in this situation, whether we're pulling the feather or not. I mean, obviously a nightmare would be feathering the wrong engine in that quick scenario. Yeah, I don't like taking off in this plane in such a small airport.
Traffic, Skyhawk 07 Juliet's running out to the west, and then...
So, if we're taking off and we cannot make the trees, we're bringing it right down with the gear. We are taking off, we're going to be holding 105. That's going to be VX.
Skyhawk 07 Juliet is entering crook downwind for 21 Simsbury.
If we can make the trees, we make the trees.
Downwind for runway 3 Simsbury.
We keep going, get across the trees, and then come around and go to another airport. Good. I'll tell you, this thing took off so well, not a problem. Not a problem at all. All right, we're going to see how this thing flies. Affirmative.
Are you going to Robertson, Dad?
I'm not. I'm going to get fuel. Actually, Jake, I could go to Robertson, and we could just go get fuel together. Let's do that. I'm going to fly south and do a few tests, but I'll see you at Robertson. So it doesn't seem to be, just from a power point of view, it doesn't appear, I mean, it actually appears that that engine's pulling harder, which, if that's the case, that's just wonderful. See if the autopilot works. Okay. Autopilot's doing its thing. It's pretty smooth. We'll say that's very smooth. Very stable. Robertson traffic, Aerostar, downwind 02, Robertson. That's the first time I've landed this plane in a long time, so it's not the longest runway, but let's see how it is. You can always do a go-around, never force the plane down. So we're already a little too slow here. Very draggy. Very draggy. Robertson traffic, Aerostar, left base, 02 Robertson. She'll stand out just a bit. Okay, that's all right. A little tight, should have had a wider pattern. Gear is locked, looking good. A little more flaps. Robertson traffic, Aerostar, 02, final. Got it, and we're doing. Now we go full flaps. I haven't landed this plane in a long time, but it's really easy to land. Or hopefully it is. Oh, baby. Not the prettiest landing, but not the worst. You know, what I wasn't used to is the momentum. The momentum was very different. But, I mean, come on, I haven't landed this, I think I landed it once or twice in the last 18 months. Just something about the Aerostar that I could not embarrass myself. Actually, it was really easy. The only thing that, like I said, surprised me was that momentum, that move, that heaviness. And once you get used to that, it's not an issue. Back some barricades up there. Back taxi. Robertson traffic, Aerostar back taxiing, 02 Robertson. There we go. Boy, the landing gear feels amazing. And the way you taxi in Aerostar is you do it with this little finger thumb switch down here. It hydraulically controls the nose wheel. And it's really easy once you get used to it. But like right now, you can go hands off and you can just tap the brakes a little bit of rudder, and you can keep it straight. But now we're going to take this turn. You could not make this turn without this. Yeah, applying it right now. I hear one of my cameras beeping. Doesn't sound like a good beep. I am so tired of technical problems when it comes to test flights. Something is chirping back there. Sounds like a GoPro. So I used to be based here, Robertson. Wonderful place to be based. I tell you though, I was really surprised how quickly this thing got up and went out of Simspring. I'm gonna do a tie down here. Where does this guy want to put me? Now I'll just park it back here. Here. All right. Yeah, I used to be in that hangar. I'll park it right here with that. Success, I suppose. Yeah, I would like the better landing, and I would like my cameras to be working and not chirping at me while I'm taxiing back. Turn off the fuel pumps off, and we turn off the master. We're in the mags. Very easy to forget to turn off the mags because on this plane because they're not tied to a key. So if you're used to using a key all the time, you kind of get out, you don't have that sort of habit in your head. But hey, back at home, I consider this place home. Hey, doing great. I used to be based here.
You don't remember me?
I remember your face.
I helped you with the Comanche in the hangar.
Okay, yeah, are you part of the family, at least?
No. I used to just come down here and watch the planes, but now I work.
Oh, that's how I placed you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is great. So what have you been doing the last couple of years?
Flying, working. That's it.
Your name again?
Justin.
Justin. Okay, I remember because you were talking to me. You were looking at the planes. I mean, you were just crazy about airplanes.
Oh,
and of course, people like me, I look at you and I just see myself.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm living my dream now, flying these airplanes.
Yeah, I know. You got. I pay attention to A2A still.
All right.
You got the new engine on there and stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, hey, this is great.
That's
Great.
Awesome. Small world.
Yeah, and I want to stay here for 2 to 4 weeks.
That's fine.
So.
Need a hangar? We got space in the hangar, or you could keep it out here.
I think I'll keep it outside, and but I need to talk to them because if we're looking at cold weather starting in a week, then I'm going to want it hangared, and so I'll come up with something. Who do I talk to about that?
Oh, you could go right into the office. We have Olivia in there.
And she can take care of it. I don't know if I had her to wait for Lisa on Monday.
You Olivia should be able to take care of it, but
right.
this would probably give me like a line of price because it's a little bigger for plane.
Yeah. Great to see you though.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you need anything? Gas? Nothing?
Not right now. When I take off in a couple days, I will. But in the meantime, is it just going to stay here? Are you going to tow it?
I'll tug it over to the transient line over
Okay.
there.
And obviously, I got to say, obviously, there's no,
the turn.
it's not much of a turn on this plane.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll be careful with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty narrow.
Okay.
Awesome. Great seeing you. Thank you. So, first thing, I'm really looking forward to flying this plane with Jake. The whole point of a twin is redundancy. You're gonna have two engines. It makes sense to have two pilots. You know, if you're looking for redundancy, if that's important and safety, two engines, two pilots. It'll be great having Jake in the cockpit. All right, wrap it up.